So Nathan, this would be the point where I'd normally ask you, what are we doing today? But being that you're standing by the transmission jack, what are we doing today?
Pulling the trans back out.
Why are we doing that?
Oh, I'm sick of pulling it out. So there's a seal that is in the pump drive that is puking out trans oil just everywhere.
After we got off the dyno, we drove it forward and noticed it was heavily leaking.
So it can only really lead to the pump seal. So we're going to pull it back out, pull the converter back off, and inspect the pump seal. And we have a new one. Put the pump seal back in, put the auto back in.
Yes.
So that is something that needs to happen because we can't drive it like it is. So we have to fix that, put it back together, and then we should be good. We have a small engine leak at the drain, the turbo drain, but that's just because the hose is really old and cruddy and we should have replaced that little short bit of hose.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's all good. So we just got to fix that. So this is a little bit of dyno after repair.
Yeah, dyno after repair.
Dyno after repair. So yeah, all we need to fix is the pump seal and change the hose on the turbo drain.
Well, we're hoping it's just a worn out pump seal. Our concern is that we might be cooking the transmission because
we found our lines melted.
We need to do some investigating. So we're going to try to fix this pump seal. Hopefully this is the problem.
Yeah.
That it's just worn out and not melted. But if we pull the transmission out and it looks like the torque converter's melted or like there's burnt paint or something, then we have a problem.
Hot. We have a problem. Yeah. So we need to get it out so then we can look at the problem and see why it's getting so hot.
We have a new name for the fluids that this thing's dropped too. Trans-engine oil.
Trans-engine oil.
Because it just constantly drops a mixture of engine and transmission fluid, so it's just trans-engine oil.
One day we will get on top of it.
Today is the day.
Today is that day.
We're staying optimistic. The reason why we're so concerned with the fact that this might be cooking itself is because if you look at this, that's what Teflon coated hose with nylon is supposed to look like. This is what ours looks like. And here as well too, you can see it's gone through to the steel underneath. Now, I looked into this to figure out what the nylon hose rated at. That's rated at 275 degrees. So what the hell? If we killed the transmission, we don't know. It seems to be driving fine and doing everything that it should. We don't know what happened or how it happened. The benefit of this though is we couldn't figure out which was out and in on this transmission for the cooler down there, but now we know this is definitely out because this is the hot side because our cooler is working because it goes in, and even up to this point here you can see just there it's melted the nylon braiding here, but on the cool side it's still perfect. So our cooler's working, it's cooling the fluid down from whatever lava type temperature that it is and bringing it down. But we don't know what transmission temperature is supposed to be, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be around 275 degrees if it's melting that Teflon hose. Our hope is that maybe we had issues with this sensor at the back here, which is controlling this fan. It wasn't working. We don't know exactly why. I still haven't got it quite working yet. This is supposed to be sending the temperature to the Haltech, and then the Haltech's supposed to be turning on the relay to turn this fan on. I couldn't get it working in the dyno for some reason, and it kept playing up and it wasn't turning the fans on. So we were just bridging the relay in the car while we were doing it, just to make it run pretty much full time when we were dynoing it. But I reckon there's a good chance there's a few times there that we forgot to bridge it and have the fan running. So maybe it had a few pulls with no fan running over it, and maybe that could be the issue. Maybe that's why it got so hot. Kind of hoping that's it, because that would be a easy fix to what potentially could be a big problem here. Anyway, I reckon you guys have seen us pull this transmission out far too many times. So we're going to set up a time lapse. We're going to listen to some music for the first time in a long time in the shed and just get this thing out. Roll the time lapse. All right, we got it out. That took us about an hour and a half, I think it was. Or maybe
it wasn't
an hour,
that bad.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. We're getting pretty good at this stage. Just these two bolts, the top two bolts are a pain in the ass. So we'll see whether they end up making their way back into the gearbox when it goes back.
We shouldn't say that, Michael.
We don't lie. We tell the truth.
So what's next, Michelle? We're going to pull the converter off.
We're going to pull the converter off and we're going to see what it looks like, basically.
How the original seal looks.
Yeah. So
Oil's going to go everywhere.
we've still got our measurements on the board of what it's supposed to be. 19 mil here and 5 mil here from the face. All right. Well, it doesn't look burnt like the other one did. Yeah, the other one had the paint burnt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't know what to believe either. Why is it just me, or that seal looks perfectly fine? It's definitely puking out of there.
Oh, it's definitely puking out of here.
Yeah.
So we'll replace it, but it doesn't look burnt, which is a good sign, I guess.
That's all right. We replace it.
Let's make sure we have the right seal before we go any further. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits. That fits that. And it should fit that. So that's our new one. Let's put it somewhere where it won't get damaged. Don't fall. Don't fall over the transmission jack. So that's the seal we're gonna get out. And normally we just go at it with screwdrivers and punches and crap, and like, well, you saw our last episode with the HQ changing the extension housing, you'd understand. And a lot of people said to us, one way you can do it is put a screw into it and then pull it out using the screw. So we thought, we'll give it a go. See, we do listen to your comments and we do learn from you. Let's see if we learn a good thing or a bad thing. This could end very badly. It's drilling. We're through. If this works, I'll be stoked. Also, we're committed now. So now that's in.
How what?
I don't know. They just said do that, and I said okay. Now I need to get something to pry that out. Someone said a hammer, but I won't be able to get a hammer between there and there, will I?
No.
Maybe. Set of pliers, maybe?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Did that just
Oh
pull
my
out?
god!
Did that just pull out like butter?
That just works so easy. And look, we didn't mess up the thing. Whoever commented that, I'm gonna send you a sticker pack. I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna send you a sticker pack, because that is a life-changing event right there. Wow. As Owen Wilson would say, wow. That was good as, that worked really well. Let's see if this is loose on that. Much looser than the other one. And this one feels a lot better.
If it leaks again, we're pulling it out and giving it straight to the shop.
Yeah.
Look, all we can do is put the new one in. That's it. See what happens.
That's the best, like we always do.
So I'll give that a bit of a clean with some brake clean, and then we'll shove it in.
I'm wrapped in that. That is such a good trick. That worked. I didn't think it was going to work for a second there. I thought, nah, it's going to just pull the thing out, and then boom, it just popped out. That was great.
Just dip your finger into the abyss of oil.
Go on, use your man mitts.
Nah, I need something to like, punch it in. I wonder if we've got a pipe and just go boop.
What?
I just go boop. That's it.
Professionals. Kind of. Here we go again. Oh my god, it's so much heavier when it's full. This is going to be heaps harder. It's slippery too now, which is even better. Ah.
There we go. Well, yeah, that's it. Because she's pumping fluid everywhere. Don't spin it.
We need to check the distances again.
Holy crap! That means the pump's definitely working because you just spun that a little bit and it threw fluid out.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At least we definitely know that's the out now.
Yeah.
Let me get something to measure that with.
Yeah.
If anyone's pulled an auto or any transmission out of an EL Falcon before, they'll know what's happening right now.
Oh wait, no, I'm not doing it for that reason.
Oh, I thought you were doing the top bolts.
No, I'm doing it for wait, we're not putting them in. No, so because we put the big Dash 8 fittings on, it hits the floor, and I dented it as much as I could.
Oh, with it while it was in.
While it was in, but now now that it's out, I can give it some more massaging.
It's very delicate work.
That's better now.
So we're ready to go back in.
Yeah.
Maybe after lunch.
Maybe after lunch. All right, we've had some lunch, we've topped up our guts, we are ready to continue. So, it's time to put this back in.
I just hope that I never ever see this converter ever again. I love it, it's beautiful, but I don't want to see it anymore.
It's beautiful when you're driving it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. Time to put it back in. Or we've fixed what we think is the issue. So yeah, fingers crossed, it's fixed. And yeah, I guess let's just put it back in now. Like, yeah, let's try and get it in within like 40 minutes. Well, the auto's back in now. We had it back in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So now the auto's back in, we can focus on other things.
Yeah. We're hoping that fixes the problem.
We're hoping that's fixed it. So if not, I reckon we could get it out in 30 minutes now.
Yeah, the fact that it only took us like an hour to get it out and 40 minutes to get back in is nothing to be proud of, because it just means we've done it that many times and we should be good at it.
That we time it and try and get faster and faster.
For 40 minutes, it's a respectable number, I'm happy with that. All the bolts went back in.
All of them. Yeah, we actually did put them all in. So, but now that that's back in, we can focus on other issues. I fixed the oil drain that was leaking. Those hose clamps weren't done up enough. So fix that. Then next, I've made a bash guard for the transcooler. A stone guard.
Just
whatever.
Keep going with it.
Yeah, you can hit a bloody wombat. See? Just slide right off.
It's like water for duck's back.
Yeah. Alright, so that's good. I'm going to paint that, of course. And then next is our tail shaft loop. This was a job that I didn't want to do, so Michael's taking it on. So
I'm just toying with the idea at the minute just to see.
there's not much room between the floor and this, isn't there?
Yeah, but that won't move that end really that much, so it's okay.
No, this gets bolted solid.
But what I'm thinking is I'm going to compress this, Nath.
Yep.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right? So that it's more
Yeah,
vertical, right? So I'm going to put it in the vise and squish it a bit now.
Yep.
And then we'll see if we can just bolt it straight to it rather than welding it to the floor like we thought we might have to.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So I'm going to play with that.
Yeah, I'll paint that up and then mount it and then yeah.
Lovely.
Lovely.
I'll keep playing with this.
Yep, no worries. No worries, no.
This is another job that I was dreading that actually might not be too bad.
It's too high.
Flat bit right here. That's where we want to be. Right. Put that. We cut this side down a little bit and it looks like it's going to work, because we're just going to drill some holes in here and go through the floor here, because just conveniently there's a flat spot. That's hot. There's a flat spot right here, which works well. So now we'll just see if we can get this other side to line up, and then if we get this done, we're basically drag challenge ready.
I'll tell you what, we've had a pretty successful weekend though.
Yeah, drag challenge wise, as far as being prepped, yeah. We've done a bit.
We've done a bit, but like nothing's failed on us. Like we haven't had any issues.
No, you have to say that. We're not done yet. Why am I always the one drilling up? Why do I feel like this is going to be a lesson in probably looking before we drill?
Probably.
Oh, twisty, twisty. You may notice that we only did one on that side. That's just because the exhaust is in the way of doing those other two. So we'll do that when we have to pull the exhaust up next. We're not doing that today. I'll be happy with that. Don't shake it off, please.
Don't shake it off, please. No, that's solid. That's good.
Lovely.
Well done, Michelle.
That's one more drag challenge necessity done.
I know, look at us ticking lists.
All right, let's get out from under you, eh?
Yeah, drop her down.
Well, back on the ground.
Yeah, pretty successful day today. We got the transmission out, we put the new pump seal in. Michael figured out the tail shaft loop, so that's done. We made a guard for the oil cooler. We fixed the small turbo drain oil leak, and the biggest thing that we fixed was we now have a blue intercooler pipe.
We have a black intercooler pipe.
Happy? Oh. We have a blue intercooler pipe.
Black intercooler pipe.
A black intercooler pipe. We have a black intercooler pipe, not a blue intercooler pipe.
Well done, you got there in the end.
Got there in the end. And what else did we do? Oh, that's it. It doesn't sound like much, but it's stuff that needed to happen, so it's done now. We'll call it a day.
Till the next time we're in the shed.
Till the next day.
We have another box of goodies. And it's huge, look at it all. Look at all these fittings. But we're not going to be focusing on this today. There's still a little bit more, what do you call it?
Sheet metal.
There's more sheet metal to go into the back of that FAIRLANE before we can start plumbing. So we're going to focus on that today, as well as while we're doing that, we figured we should probably service the transmission because, as we saw, we cooked the shit out of it. So we need to swap out the fluid and put a new filter in it and put mess everywhere. So we're going to tackle that now, and we're going to leave this for another day because plumbing this is probably going to be an all-day adventure, and we don't have a whole day to do today. So we're going to focus on getting the transmission done, and then we're going to look at installing this thing. What do you call this? The dash inlay for our IC7 Dash, so that we no longer have the Ford Dash anymore. It'll be purely Haltech goodness. So that's going to be our day today. I really want to do the plumbing, but this has to be done first.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I just don't want to get underneath the car and drop that pan, because I did that in my ute the other day. It's the messiest job. I had fluid everywhere. It was just red fluid all over the floor. I just don't want to do that, but you know, it has to be done. So I reckon we'll get stuck into that, get it lifted, and put a filter into that.
Yeah, let's change the fluid.
Ugh.
Have we leaked any transmission fluid, Michael?
I don't know, we're about to find out.
Yeah, because we fixed our leaks, supposedly.
But the car hasn't run either. We can't test anything.
No. But it seems to leak still, so...
So what we need to get to is that pan needs to come off. Ugh. This is literally a job that I did only like a week and a half ago, and I hated every minute of it. So I can't wait to do it again. I'll get another 10 mil. Just don't drop it into the hole. This is gonna get messy. Oh, shit. Look how brown it is, yeah. I want to know, does anybody have a trick to doing this successfully without completely covering yourself in oil? Because if there's a trick out there, I'd like to know. Go that way, that way, that way.
I can't see!
Oh, it's so gross. Have a look.
Oh, there's nothing on the magnet. Alright, I'll clean this. And then you change the filter, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Put new fluid in it. Should be golden. So another reason I did a little bit of research, don't know if it's true or not, but it was getting hot because the fluid was no good. If it's gone brown or it's lost its color, like the red that it's supposed to be, it's gotten hot and it's lost its properties. Don't know. This is what the Google said.
Which is what we live off.
But anyway, we'll put new fluid in it and then we'll see how it goes. And we'll hopefully wire up the fan so then the fan is coming on when it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think I might have fixed that problem, so I think we should be fine.
Michael might have fixed that problem, so we should be good now.
Yeah, I plugged it in.
Yeah, we found that it was unplugged.
So
how good's the sensor when it's unplugged?
yeah.
That's okay. It's going in the thing.
Just.
New filter.
There we go.
Ah, beautiful. Okay.
Good
Now
go.
let's go. 2, 3. You got that little wrist motion, you know when you're at 6. Well, that's a little bit under. 6.
Now 6. That was 5.8.
Yeah, there you go.
Lovely. Well, there we go. One change filter.
Yep.
It's not that bad.
No,
actually.
it's not that bad.
2 people was like.
Oh, this on the ground? Hell no.
Yeah, that would suck on the ground because you'd be covered in this.
Yeah, no, that would suck. Anyway, that's done now. So we can degrease this thing, bring her down, put her in not hoist bay, and work on other stuff.
Yeah. It's Haltech time.
So, ever since we did the Haltech Dash, I'm not going to say install, I'll say place because we just put it there. we're going to put our actual install in. So Mako Motorsport actually make this, but after the episode of the dyno episode aired, Mitch Walks off Instagram actually just messaged me and said that he had one and he's happy to sell it to us. So I got this off Mitch Walks, so big thanks, man. It's got 2 holes for the indicators, so there's 2 arrow green lights, which I kind of like.
Yep.
So then this is going to replace everything that is in there and should sit in there, recess the Haltech in there back more, and replace the old cluster. So
Yep.
no more old cluster.
So we need to
Remove the dash.
remove the dash
Again.
again.
Which Michael's doing this time.
Am I? Very nice.
The shapiness. Yeah, looks the same.
Perfect. Perfecto.
Thank you, sir.
Hey!
That looks sick, man.
So this is what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
So it looks like the dash only has like 1, 2, 3 and 4 connectors. We don't need too much. All we really need to worry about is looking at the Haltech wiring loom diagram for the dash. It's just like handbrake, parking lights, left turn, right turn, high beam. They're the basic ones. Then we're also wiring in the fuel sender as well too, so that needs to go to it. That's pretty much it really. So all I'm basically doing is cross-referencing between this and this book here. Thank you to B. Howie for giving us this book because it's awesome. It has the instrument cluster
that is
wiring
heaps
diagram
better than
right
the
here.
book, isn't it?
Yeah. So now I just got to go through here, figure out which ones I need and cut and shut them and basically wire it into this loom here. Beautiful. There we go. Put the Haltech in.
Yeah, I'll screw it in.
So we need to hook up a battery to it, but as you can see, our battery area isn't quite finished yet. So we're going to go full SEMA spec or auto salon spec and run it outside the car. We'll see what happens. Well, they're on. Oh, let's see what it does, eh?
Ready?
Oh, hey! I got the right side. Other side work? Yes!
That is awesome.
Does the high beam work?
Yeah,
Yeah, it does!
Man, I love those. That honestly.
Yes! My gear oil's working!
Oh, the trans
The
oil.
transcooler temp. All I have to do is plug it in. Sorry, Jake.
I'm actually so wrapped that it's got the indicators.
Yeah.
I'm actually really happy it's got them because that's like heaps better than the tiny little one.
Yeah, because when you look at it, yeah, it probably would have been. Pretty cool though when you turn the parkers on. It actually darkens out
it
the
goes
screen.
into like a night mode.
That's
It
really
darkens
cool.
the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Go
that's
back.
really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. All right, let's put it all in.
Alright, put it in and call it a day.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that looks cool.
Oh, I cannot wait to get rid of those gauges.
I thought it has
yeah.
That looks really good.
Well, that's it for this one. We've fixed a lot of our dyno problems when we got off the dyno. We finished the Haltech, which we've still got a few little minor things around here that I got to do, like the fascia and stuff. So yeah, it was a pretty successful 2 days. The word of the day is transition fluid.
Transition fluid, that's the word of the day.
Transition fluid. Don't forget to head over to the website where we have hoodies, pre-order for hoodies. So make sure you go pre-order yourself a hoodie because pre-orders are shutting in a week's time, I think.
Yeah, I think in about a week or something like
Yeah.
that. Yep.
And also don't forget to click the link in the description to head over to Bursting Garage for lots of tips, tricks, DIYs, and deals on tools. But other than that, see you in the next episode.
This is AD, you know, like, you know, there's like BC and AD.
Oh yeah.
This is AD, after dyno.
Okay. AD after dyno. Boop. The eyeballometer.
That looks about right.
Look at us ticking lists. Ticking lists and taking names. Snake, no. Snake. I don't know. And then it goes Severus Snake.
Yeah.
Dumbledore.
Yeah, that one. You remember it?
Yeah, I remember it. Hey, it still works.
Just give it a hug. Like, bye bye, my love.
Because it's the end of an era. Bye bye.
The magnet just sits there, I'll show you. It's really bizarre.
How bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre.